Hi, everyone. Welcome to Nothing Personal. We have another awesome episode with Robert. We are excited today because we are going to go over the new JVC Vivid firmware. This has been getting a lot of buzz online. We've had a lot of questions coming in, and people want to know, what's it about?
Well, first off, thanks for having me back on the show. Always a pleasure. One of the biggest things that is in the new firmware is the Frame Adapt Vivid HDR. So what it does is make the color pop off the screen a little bit more. It's almost like if you had Vivid mode for SDR content. It does that same thing, but for the HDR format.
We're also hearing there's a highlighted color control that we can do to jump
Yep,
on
a
that.
highlight color control that increases the saturation even more.
Yeah, because usually you have to buy a whole new model and upgrade to get something like this. So this is really generous and really awesome that they're offering this update. And I know a lot of people are like, it's a firmware update, but no, not if you have these projectors. It's a game changer.
Some of the other things that they added as well would be we do an auto low latency mode now. So for those people who do a lot of gaming with the projector, it'll automatically switch to that mode for you. So you don't have to worry about going into the settings and doing things like that.
That's really good.
And then there's some calibration features that we added as well. So like if you see that there's extra noise and shadowing and stuff like that, you can actually go in and change the level of the shadowing or the noise that you see.
That's really cool. I like that.
This gives you the ability to go in and just be like, no, I don't like the way that's doing that, and just click it down a little bit or click it up if you need more.
I've also heard something about on-screen menu improvements. They do something different with that a little bit.
Yeah, we changed basically the interface of it. So now you can have a darker mode. So it's not that, I think it was like a greenish color.
People like a nice GUI, a nice cut one that looks really good. I mean, that makes a world of difference. I like that a lot. And multiple pixel control, the MPC. What did we do with that?
That makes the image look a little bit more realistic, so that like when you're looking at the higher res stuff and the 4K and you're trying to get the best picture you can, now you're able to get the best picture with this new function as well.
This is something I get asked a lot, and let's just go over it for a few seconds while we can while we're here. USB flash drives, do you guys recommend a certain brand? Is there one that makes it easier? I know we have to format the FAT32, so FAT32 folks. So, but I mean, what is a certain brand that people like? I read you have to have at least 1 gigabyte.
Yeah, that would be recommended. You just want to make sure you have enough space. I used to be in the promotional product business a long time ago in my life, so I have thousands of flash drives around, so I use them all.
So then what we do, we go to your website, we download it onto the said flash drive, like a SanDisk maybe.
And one of the key things, so when you go to the website, it'll take you through the steps of where to download. Once you download it, it does produce a folder. So when you just copy the entire folder itself and then go into the folder if you want to make sure everything's in there, because the projector is going to read the actual folder name, not the individual files in the folder, just as a heads up.
That makes sense. So if you do that, and then obviously you insert it into your projector.
Yep, you put it in the back of the projector. You go to the setting that says, I believe it's firmware or software update, and then it'll automatically prompt you. I want to say this actual firmware update takes about 35 to 40 minutes.
Wow, so it's a long one, folks.
The machine shuts off once the firmware is done. All you do is go in and click it. And then if you go to the info in the menu, it'll tell you the new version that you are. So your version should be 2.0 versus like 1.3 or 1.2, I believe it was the previous model.
Do you have a certain movie that you prefer to put in there when you get this update done? Is it anything fancy that they used in the lab?
They haven't told me anything that they'd use to test it out and everything. I will tell you the one movie I've been trying to see, because we have such great black levels, would be John Wick 4. I know that stair scene that he does at night before he's trying to get to the end. Sorry, spoiler alert. Sorry.
No worries at all.
No, there's somebody who hasn't seen it, but yeah, that stairwell scene. I've watched it on TV and I couldn't really see people moving in and out.
Oh yeah.
So I'm getting ready to fire mine up and put that on just so I can actually see the detail and the size and everything else.
And yeah, any movie that has like cool scene like this would probably be Bad Butt from Civil War. They go through a couple scenes where there's fire going on, like the embers behind me. something
Yep.
like this would look awesome, I think, with the update. So not to throw
Oh yeah,
examples.
especially with the vivid mode, it'll just make those colors even more richer and pop.
That's what I was thinking. So what would this do with sports then, like the football fields and that? Would this be something we'd want for that?
It's mainly for movies because when you're doing more TV content, you're more looking at SDR type features. So you could go to the SDR vivid mode as well to get
So
that.
no sports. We stick with movies like our Kong guy. There you go.
Yeah.
So, and these are also from the 4200, 900 as well, folks. I'm not just throwing images up. These are actual images from the projector, which looks pretty good. I'll move out of the way to see his face a little bit there.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
what about 3D? You know, I always have to ask you about that. A lot of people love 3D.
Well, we still got the 3D in the top two models, which are the NZ800 and NZ900, or the RS4200 and the RS3200. Those models still have it. We don't have any plans to get rid of the 3D
Fingers
at this
crossed here,
moment.
folks. What about for this new Vivid mode? Would that be kick butt for that for 3D?
That I don't know.
Is there anything JVC news coming that we need to know about?
Well, right now, if you didn't know, JVC is running a special on the NZ700 and 800, or the RS2200 and RS3200. The 3200 and the NZ700 are both $1,000 off retail price, and
Excellent.
on the other two models, they are $2,000 off retail price.
That's really
So
good.
there's a huge sale on that, and that's going through the end of the year. So we know how Black Friday is coming up. We got the end of the year, Christmas coming up. We want to make sure everybody's covered to be able to get the best rate, to get the best projector on the market for their
If
home.
there's any women watching, spouses, whatever, this is a great Christmas present. Or if you just want to get one for yourself. I mean, come on, we got to spoil ourselves sometimes too. Go get a JVC, folks. There you go. We just want to thank Rob for coming on here from JVC and talking to us about this new Vivid firmware update, which is obviously going to be a game changer for the 32 and 4200 folks. So congrats, people. Get this update going soon and report back and let me know what you think of it, because I'm excited to get your thoughts.
Thank you for having me.